but still a little bit shaky. Now it's a clear possession for the Mountain Lions at the Mountain Lion logo. Tried to get it downfield over to McGuire and can't quite get it. Mountain Lions looking for a call there. Looks like it'd be another card. And it will be 22-10 left in this opening half, and second yellow card of the day for Newman. I believe that'll go against Jorge Ortega. And so Mountain Lions with the free kick opportunity just on the Newman side of the field. And just past the halfway point here in the first half. We're still tied 0-0 here at Mountain Lion Stadium. Ball is ready for play. Put into play now by Schwenke for Mountain Lions into the box. Mountain Lions can't quite capitalize, and it will be offsides anyway, based on the assistant referee on the far side. Good opportunity for the Mountain Lions, but just a little bit offsides. There'll be another free kick opportunity for Newman after that yellow card by Ortega. And a correction, that yellow card going against Duarte Mendez for Newman. And we want to welcome everyone back in. Thank you for being patient as we worked out technical difficulties here at Mountain Lion Stadium in Colorado Springs. Score total tied 0-0 between UCCS and Newman. Want to thank you again. Thank you for being patient as we worked through everything. First game of the year, plenty of water to go around. Water and electronics, not always the best of friends, as Newman able to get that ball in a little bit. We set the field a little bit here. Mountain Lions with a lot of opportunities early on, but it's been Newman lately with a lot more chances here in this first half. 21 minutes left to go in this opening half, as right now that is Komakov trying to get that ball down the field just a little bit past. It's going to be a Newman and UCCS. A little bit physical there by Ranieri, but no call called. And that'll go out of bounds. Goal kick opportunity free kick opportunity from the goalie from Newman right now. Dealing with rain here all evening. Had a little bout here at about 6 p.m., by about 5:30, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Cleared out, and then it came back in right as the game was getting started about 7:15. This field taking on a lot of water here in the last day or two. The women's game last night postponed until this morning. Walking the field before the most recent rainstorm. It is soggy, folks. Right now, the players so far have been able to maintain control. No slippages that I've been able to see, but a lot of water. It's gone down. It's drained considerably, but earlier when this game started, still a ton of water, and you can see there as Komatov running down the field, you can see the water coming up from his cleats as he goes down the field. Just past the 25th minute here in the first half. Been a very physical game so far. Lots of fouls. 2 cards called against Newman. And another foul here called, looks like it'll go against the Jets. Just based on the go against UCCS, just based on how the teams are lining up. Mountain Lion getting 2 quick shots on goal to start this game. Testing the young goalkeeper, Lauren Almauer, starting in his first collegiate game for Newman. Newman are going to be replacing a lot of people that they lost last year. Their offensive, defensive leaders. Their top goal scorer from last year's spring season, no longer on the team. Their starting goalkeeper from last year, no longer on the team. For Mountain Lions, though, they bring back both their top goal scorer, as well as their goalkeeper. Their Mountain Lions were able to get a lot of balanced offense from the team last year. A lot of that offensive firepower remains here as well. As Mountain Lions able to move this ball down the field. As Zertucci getting it all over to Ranieri. Ranieri still maintaining possession, gets into the box. He has the opportunity, and a shot there. I believe that it looks like it was in the net, but it's going to go on that left side. So the way that corner, you can see there, it can be deceiving, but a little bit off to the left side. Great opportunity for the Mountain Lions and for Ranieri, who pretty much took that 30 yards for the shot. Another opportunity for the Mountain Lions. Their first really good look at the goal here in probably about 10 or 15 minutes, as it's been Newman really getting into their groove a little bit more after that initial onslaught by the Mountain Lions. 18 minutes left here in the opening frame, still tied 0-0, and that's Ranieri once again for the Mountain Lions, bringing the ball all the way down from the midfield line. Still has possession, but stolen away by Newman. It's going to be Sussex for the Mountain Lions. Sussex still on the near side, just inside the box, tries to get it in. Mountain Lions, no one's there, but it looks like it's going to be Ranieri. Ranieri with a shot blocked by that as we get to the 35th minute here in the first half. Definitely a slower, more methodical pace here for the Jets. I think really kind of controlling the pace as they like it, now able to get it down in the midfield. Still, Mountain Lions now able to gain control here, and they try to move it quickly. As Ranieri over to the near side to Sussex. Sussex back out to Komatov. As UCCS trying to get onto the far side here. As we thank you for joining us here in Mountain Lion Stadium. Definitely enough to put a little bit of a damper on these season opening activities for both teams. Both teams playing fall ball for the first time in 2 years after the COVID-19 pandemic. We're able to get a little bit of a spring season in March and April, but not a lot. Definitely not a full season compared to what they would have seen in the fall. As UCCS now able to move it down the field quickly. Over to that far side now into the box, and it's going to be scooped up by Amelin right on that end line. Stays inbound though. And once again, McGuire putting pressure on the goalkeeper. 6 minutes left to go in this opening half. Newman 1-0. 4-2 shot advantage for the Mountain Lions. Those 4 shots coming in a pair of offensive rallies, for lack of a better term, that tested this new goalkeeper for the Jets. And now both teams bringing in 1 sub apiece. Here in the 40th minute of action at Mountain Lion Stadium. A couple of fresh legs here to close out this first half. And then they throw an opportunity for Newman, just about 18 yards off of their own end line. Ball's put in the play. Bounces around. UCCS is trying to get possession, goes out of bounds though, and Newman will have the throw in just in front of their own bench. Action, stay on the far side. Newman kicks back over to the goalkeeper. Again, McGuire very aggressive in making sure that goalkeeper doesn't have too much room to work with. As right now, that is Thompson for Newman, slowly bringing the ball down the field for the Jets. Newman passing it back over to goalkeeper Almelin. McGuire right there. The Jets have to be very careful. McGuire, and able to get that, force that steal. Mountain Lions with the opportunity right now. Again, McGuire doing a real good job of disrupting it. Fake out on the shot there. Mountain Lions able to get it over to the near side to Souder, who just subbed in. Fresh legs. Souder gets it back in and is knocked out of bounds. Be a corner kick opportunity for the Mountain Lions, though. So Souder checking into the game for the first time. And now a corner kick opportunity for, as Mountain Lions will clear it back off, trying to get another opportunity here in the last 30 seconds. And ball is, as game is stopped, clock was, well, it's a little bit of flash of lightning. Right now, trainers are saying that's outside the radius, so we're going to keep playing. Here with 32 seconds left to go in this first half, Newman up by 1. Mountain Lions trying to get the equalizer here going into halftime. As Ranieri still conferring with the center referee. And they will get ready to reset. As you can see there, about 8 yards beyond the midfield line. So plenty of distance for the Mountain Lions to try to make it down. 30 seconds now left to go in this first half. headed around, ball is still loose. Mountain Lions were able to control it. That is, well, now it goes over to Souter. Souter over to Anderson. I'm sorry, reuse. Now over to the far side. Mountain Lions, 13 seconds left to go. Ball is put in the play into the box. Header by Reeves is no good. And that's a good goal by Mountain Lions. We're trying to see who that is. With 8 seconds left to go in this first half, Mountain Lions get the equalizer 1-1. So we try to get a good look on who that was. Definitely excitement for the Mountain Lions. Had the free kick opportunity at midfield with 32 seconds left to go. Able to convert with 8 seconds left. And it's a 1-1 game here between UCCS and Newman. Mountain Lions able to take advantage. Not quite sure why the clock was initially stopped. Obviously for an extended discussion. As Newman sends it in deep. Clock is still set at 8 seconds. And it looks like they're just going to go ahead and say that that was roughly 8 seconds and call it good. So at half, Mountain Lions able to get the equalizer at 8 seconds left in the period. It's a tie game. Newman 1, UCCS 1. And we're see right now the scoreboard in the arena in the stadium is still showing a 1-0 game. We're also seeing the clock still at 8, so I wonder if there's a malfunction with the scoreboard. So, and it looks like, hearing from what we hear, it looks like we might be in a weather delay either with 8 seconds left or at halftime. We're going to see if we can try to get a little bit more information for you. And maybe that 8 seconds was not a scoreboard malfunction. Those are relatively new scoreboards. I would certainly hope not. As it looks like at least UCCS team is clearing back to their locker room. Still waiting to hear an official announcement. So as far as we can tell, the goal counted. So it is a 1-1 tied game here at halftime. Believe the clock, we essentially have 8 seconds left in the first half. And it is official. We are in a lightning delay, folks. 8 seconds left to go in this first half. We're going to see if this will be considered halftime as well. And we'll just play the 8 seconds and just have 45-minute, 8-second second half. So right now, as far as we can tell, 1-1 game, UCCS and Newman. Mountain Lions able to get that equalizer goal right before this lightning came in. We had been seeing flashes around the stadium for most of the first half. But just the way that Colorado is, that that lightning could be either 5 miles away or 15 or 20 miles away, just the way it is. And we see another bolt of lightning high up in the sky. So 1-1 game. We believe 8 seconds left to go in this first half. I believe this will probably be considered halftime. So we're going to come back for the second half. Lightning delay, which means we'll be in a delay for at least 30 seconds after the last bolt of lightning. So if another bolt of lightning comes up, it'll be another 30 minutes after that. As if you were following the women's game last night, never could get that game. That game was ultimately played this morning. An official game is considered 70 minutes, so the teams would need to get quite a ways into the second half for this game to count instead of it being called a no contest. So, unfortunately, 2 years to get back into fall soccer, and it looks like it's going to be an eventful game just from a weather perspective. As fans are going back to their vehicles as well. Exciting game right now. I mean, Mountain Lions were able to, they had flurries of offensive prowess, really testing this new Newman goalkeeper. Newman, though, really doing a good job playing their pace, really controlling the tempo, able to get their goal off of a free kick. As right now, Newman being very effective on their shot selection. 2 shots, one of them going in at Mountain Lions with 8 shots and 2 corner kicks so far in this very rainy, as you can see, stadium here, Mountain Lion Stadium. So we're going to take a little bit of a break. We know we have about 30 minutes of pending any more lightning notifications until we get the second half underway. We're going to step aside a little bit, 1-1 tie game, 8 seconds technically left in the first half, although we're going to treat this as halftime until we hear differently. You're watching UCCS and Newman men's soccer on the UCCS Athletic Network. And welcome back to Colorado Springs Mountain Lion Stadium. A very long halftime pause as we waited for lightning to clear the area. Rain has substantially come down from the peak it was during that little bit of a break. Let's reset a little bit of where we are. So we are tied 1-1. UCCS, they got a goal in right before the lightning came in, literally right before the lightning came in. There was 8 seconds on the clock left when we left you for the lightning delay. Teams have agreed they're not going to play to 8 seconds. So when the clock hits 0 here, we got about 10 seconds before they reset the clock. Clock will go down to 45 minutes. That will be the entire second half. The official game for the NCAA is 70 minutes. So you're going to want to see that clock get down to 20 minutes left in this half. And then at that point, anything after that is considered an official game. So if we have another lightning delay, say at 15 minutes left to go, teams can decide to either wait it out, or that's enough to actually count in the standings, and it's an official game for NCAA standards. There is a rule. After a game has to be still playing in 3 hours. So at 10 o'clock Mountain Time, say we're in a lightning delay at that point. If the game has not restarted by 10:30, the game is called, whether it's reached the 70-minute mark or not. Teams can opt to reschedule if they want to, but both these teams are playing again on Sunday, so they're probably not going to be too anxious to play back-to-back games after playing a pretty good chunk of today's game. So let's reset a little bit. Again, 1-1. Newman scored first, so I have to go from Duarte to Mendez. UCCS scoring with 8 seconds left to go in the first half by Liam McGuire. McGuire has been a thorn in Newman's side the entire game, and good for him to be able to get that score in. As we see the officials coming back on the field, you see the Mountain Lions right there. It's a little bit drier. Fans are back in the stands, although I don't think nearly as many as there were before the lightning delay. As we get ready to go, you see the Mountain Lions getting set to go here. Newman coming onto the field as well. After that, probably 45-minute lightning delay here in Colorado Springs. And we'll do our best to call the game as best as we can, keeping in mind that we're pretty exposed here in the elements for our broadcast position. So all of my pregame sheets would have survived much better if they had been laminated. I think we've got something that will work, but we'll do our best as we get ready to start here in the second half between UCCS and Newman in the season opener for both teams. As we see Komi Komatov getting ready to start things off here, as UCCS will maintain early possession in this second half. Pretty even game so far. The shot count doesn't show it. 8-2 in favor of the Mountain Lions. Those 8 shots have come in flurries. They've come in bunches. Otherwise, Newman doing a very good job of maintaining control, maintaining possession, playing the game at their own pace. As right now, Mountain Lions going from left to right in the white uniforms. Newman in the red uniforms of blue numbers. They will be going from right to left here or north to south. Mountain Lions going south to north. As that ball on the baseline or on the end line, sorry, not basketball, soccer instead, and that will be an early corner kick for the Mountain Lions here to get things started. Just over 30 seconds left, or 30 seconds into this first half. He's got Komatov on the far corner kick for the Mountain Lions. Not a ton of room in those far corners. Really, the only corner that has any kind of running space is on the southeast corner of the 3 corners, pretty bunched in. Ball is in, headed up high. It's going to go behind the north scoreboard. And it will be a free kick for the goalie. First game in his collegiate career for Lauren Aumauer, stepping in for the first time for the Jets as the sophomore from Austria. Newman on the far side, bringing it along that far sideline in front of the UCCS bench, doing a really good job, running into a little bit of trouble. They wanted a call there, but Newman still fighting to maintain possession. UCCS doing their best to try to poke it out. And they're able to get control there right now on the far sideline for the Mountain Lions. Mountain Lions coming down fast on that far side. Into the corner now as Souder chips it in and bounces back over to the sideline. It'll remain UCCS ball after it goes out off the Newman touch. Both teams usually pretty quick to keep moving. Both on free kicks as well as throw-in opportunities. Again, not a lot of room, especially in that northwest corner, to throw in. As that ball bounces up, a little bit dangerous, bounces over the bar, and it will be a free kick for Aumauer. Kicks it over to the near side for Newman. That is Johnson getting it over and along the near baseline. That is Mendez, has it broken up and stolen away before a foul is called in the process. Newman have a free kick right at the midfield line at the UCCS block letters. As we see Mills putting the ball into play into the center part of the field. Headed out by the Mount Lions, but controlled on the second touch by Newman. And they will keep possession against the Mount Lions. You can kind of see a little bit, depending on how they slide, a lot of water on this field, as we've kind of mentioned in the first half, a lot of water on this field in the last day and a half. Mount Lion women had to end up playing St. Edwards this morning instead of last night. Very soggy field, but so far the field conditions have held up. I haven't seen a lot, too many athletes slip and slide a whole lot, although you will see a lot of that water, especially right there, just splashing up whenever they have to make a sudden stop. As UCCS trying to get it in there, Newman doing their best to kind of block it up, as that is Shrinky passing it back into the Mount Lion logo over to Zertecki. Over to the far sideline, out of bounds, last touched by Grotley, I'm sorry. Newman throwing him back in bounds very quickly. Along the far sideline in front of the Newman bench, they're going to try to keep it in a little bit past the Newman off forward, and UCCS will get it back over to their goalkeeper, Kokoska. Koska getting it back up, and Mount Lions back up to midfield quickly. Over on that far sideline for Ranieri. Ranieri trying to do it again. He's doing a good job of getting it from that midline until about 30, 20, or 25 yards out. As Newman kicks it back out, and Sussex will reset it for the Mount Lions. About halfway down that offensive side for the Mount Lions, kicking it back out to midfield, a little bit wide. Kokoska controlling it for the Mount Lions, about 10 yards outside of his box. And Mount Lions slowing it down a little bit, being a little more deliberative. Remind me a little bit about Newman in that first half. Out of bounds in favor of the Mount Lions. They will get it in quickly with Sussex throwing it in. Rain, for the most part, has completely stopped here at Mount Lion Field, or Mount Lion Stadium, excuse me. 5 minutes into the second half. Score tied up at 1 apiece. Ball goes down far, headed up by Newman. Will be on the far sideline, go out of bounds in favor of the Mount Lions. They throw it in quickly in front of their own bench, and they try to move it down the field as fast as they possibly can. Broken up by Newman, not quite controlled, and now it will be by Newman. Looks like that is Nowaski, as he kicks it up to Mendez. As UCCS able to break that up, able to get the steal. Few areas of the field definitely wetter than others. I think that spot right where the players just were, a little bit more the soccer spots. Notice during that break, the southwest corner over by the corner flag, a lot of standing water over there as well. As Newman will get to throw in and bounces around. Newman trying to maintain possession. UCCS trying their best to disrupt it a little bit. Still up for anybody. Look like UCCS will be able to maintain possession of that, and they get back to their goalkeeper. Reset things a little bit here to be able to make that charge down the field. Mount Lions being really aggressive, moving it down the field fast. Has a little bit outside for the Mount Lions, but it looks like they'll be able to control it along that inline. About 10 yards out onto the left side. Trying to get it in, is blocked away and cleared out by Newman. Newman able to clear it out officially, but on the sideline, UCCS will throw it in from in front of their bench. Ranieri with the duties here for Mount Lions here at this moment. 38 minutes left to go in this first half. Ball is back into play, deep into the box. It's headed in by UCCS. It's loose in front of the box. Mount Lions able to convert. No, I'm sorry, able to get the corner kick. I'm sorry. Didn't think it went in, but Mount Lions able to get the penalty kick. Clock will stop. 37 minutes, 56 seconds. Mount Lions with the opportunity now to get the 2-1 advantage. We're going to see who ended up taking this penalty kick. And if that's who it is, it'll be Nick Grotley. So 1-on-1 if Allmuller able to save it, clock will restart immediately. And obviously if it goes in, clock will remain. Mountain Lions will take the 2-1 lead. Grotley now with the penalty kick opportunity here early in the second half. Allmuller right there. Ready to play. Here comes a kick from Grotley off to the left side, and a good goal for the Mountain Lions. 2-1 lead for UCCS. 37 minutes, 56 seconds left to go in the second half. Mountain Lions take the 2-1 lead against the Newman Jets, their first lead of the game. And so now goals from McGuire as the first half ended, and now you have Nick Grotley with the 2-1 lead for UCCS. Newman now up to chance as the ball is put back into play here. 2-1 lead now for the Mountain Lions. As ball goes out of bounds, but it will be in favor of UCCS. And there's the scoreboard. But want to make sure didn't miss anything. But it is 2-1 lead now for the UCCS Mountain Lions here in the season opener between these two teams after the COVID-19 pandemic. Still active, of course, but definitely in a good shape for these players and student athletes. Cross in is headed up by Newman, controlled by Mountain Lions on that rebound. Still a little bit of effort to try to control that. Mountain Lions able to do so, and they clear it back out to center field to Grotley. Grotley, deep ball down the field. It's going to be a little bit outside of reach of any UCCS players, and Allmuller will let that go out of bounds as he sets up the free kick in front of his net with 37 minutes left to go in this second half. Probably about the driest in terms of precipitation we've had all night. No rain to speak of coming down, which we will definitely take. 36 minutes left to go in regulation. 70 minutes total, so 20 minutes left in the clock will be an official game. But hopefully we can play all 90, and if need be any overtime periods. Newman throwing the ball in front of their own bench. Able to maintain it, but UCCS definitely doing their best to disrupt it a little bit, and it looks like coming up with it would be Komadov, and out of bounds off of Newman. UCCS able to get the throw-in opportunity here in front of the Newman bench. Quick to get it in, stays along the sideline, headed out by Newman. It wasn't stay in bounds, goes out of bounds now, off of Newman once again. Ball goes about 10 yards down the field from the last time it was thrown in. From the press box, gets it across and gets it in, but still along that far sideline. High ball, anybody's ball to try to grab. There's two players one from each team trying to control it. Newman looks like they're going to come out and get it, and they're going to try to have opportunity, but it's going to be Grotley who breaks it up and able to get the ball for the Mountain Lions. Transition play for the Mountain Lions as they go back across midfield. Grotley passes up a little bit off, and it's Newman who's going to be able to take it back up and try to get back down the field. Trying to get the call to center, and it won't be go. It will go eventually. And that will be stopped. Looks like we are going to have a card come up against the Mountain Lion. As we're trying to see exactly who that was from Newman who's on the ground. Looks like that's number 4, August Johnson. On the field. And it looks like, I believe that card will go against Zamora Reeves. Johnson being helped up by DiSabato. 35-22 left to go in this regulation contest. 2-1 lead for UCCS after the penalty kick from Grotley. And it'll be DiSabato take this free kick just beyond the midfield line. Ball's put in the play in front of the box. It's headed out by Grotley and then headed out by the Mountain Lions. Once again, can't quite clear, and they're able to do so now. It goes all the way down the length of the field. And Newman's Almueller there to collect it as Newman resets a little bit with DeSabato over to the far sideline. I believe that's Johnson for the Jets. Gets it across the midfield line. Broken up by UCCS, but Newman able to maintain possession as UCCS able to now control it and bring it down along that far sideline. Slide tackle unsuccessful. Mount Lions able to keep it going down. Gets it into the center. Mount Lions have the opportunity. Can't quite connect, and the shot goes wide left of the goal by Baldwin. Should be a free kick for the goalie here. Just under 35 minutes left to go in this game. The Jets out of Wichita, Kansas. They got a game about 45 minutes south at CSU Pueblo on Sunday. Mount Lions will host MSU Billings on Sunday as well. As UCCS able to break that up, have another opportunity here to try to get it. Baldwin can't quite connect with them, but he's going to be able to collect the remaining pieces. As UCCS again trying to get it. Newman doing their best to disrupt. UCCS pulling out a little bit to try to reset, get a little bit of space to work with. And still controlling it over on that far sideline is Komanoff. Little trip, referee will let them play. Newman trying to push it down the field quickly, and it's given away, and UCCS will have it. Looks like the referee is going to end up calling that all the way back from that initial collision. And I think it's going to stay in favor of Newman, which makes sense. Newman had the possible advantage until UCCS took control. Good opportunity for the ref to let that play out a little bit. 33 left to go in this game. 2-1 lead for the Mountain Lions. As Almueller will take the free kick for the Jets. Ball's put in the play. High way down the field. Headed away by the Mountain Lions. Second bounce controlled by Newman. And still controlled by Newman along that far sideline. And once again, a little bit of loose ball. Mountain Lions able to collect the pieces of it and trying to move down the field quickly. A little bit of a tackle there, and it looks like another card. And a little extracurriculars in the process. So see if anything more comes along with this. Nothing too much, but just a little bit of frustration there at center field. So I think we've got at least one card in the initial. Just the way the ref was fiddling in his pockets, looked like he was reaching for the card. So we do have a yellow card coming up. We'll see who exactly that comes against. I believe the referee's conferring with their headsets to see if there's anything more that's needed. Looks like calling captains over, trying to see if... So still trying to figure out, let's reset a little bit. 32-18 left to go in this game. 20 minutes left to go, and that'll become an official game. UCCS currently with a 2-1 lead, scored right before the halftime, and it scored on penalty kick a few minutes ago. So far, all we've got on confirmed is clock has stopped. Yellow card is out, but I have not seen who that yellow card was going to go against after the initial call was made. So it looks like that yellow card will go against Tanner Profit of Newman. After that call was made, a little bit of extracurricular. Doesn't look like anything is going to come of that. Refs were quick to stop it before it escalated in anything further. Definitely not the tone that we want to see for the first game of the season. So after that yellow card against Profit, UCCS ball just at midfield. And then it'll be Zertuki to put the ball in the play. Ball is in deep down the field. Mountain Lions able to head it in. And there is Almueller to make the save for for Newman. 10th shot of the day for UCCS as wind starting to pick up here. Hopefully that'll dry things out a little bit. Deep kick down the field by Almuller. Couple of opportunities headed out though by UCCS. And a trip there. It'll go against Andre Gomez Diaz. So it will be a free kick opportunity for UCCS, about 5 yards outside of the box. And Kokoski putting the ball back in play now for the Mountain Lions. Deep kick down the length of the field. Initially controlled by UCCS, but second bounce controlled by Newman. Newman trying to maintain possession. They're able to do so. Kicks it up the field, but it's broken up by Grotley. Grotley trying to fight, able to maintain possession as he moves it back down the field for the UCCS Mountain Lions going north. Kicked away. It's Baldwin who's going to try to take it down the field for the Mountain Lions. Kicked away by, I believe that's DiSabato. Ball still in play, but now go out of bounds off of Newman. UCCS throw-in with just over 30 minutes left to go here in this game. As UCCS will get a fresh set of legs in, as will Newman. Outside of the rain, a beautiful fall night is September 3rd. And already it's starting to feel like fall. Going into the Memorial Day weekend. As they get ready for the throw-in from UCCS. Ball's put in the play, well-placed ball into the edge of the box, and it's cleared out by Newman. Newman is going to try to do their best to get it back down the field, and they're able to possess it along the near sideline. Deep ball now by Newman into the center of the field. And trying to be broken, and UCCS trying to do their best to break it up. Newman so far able to keep it, but it's the battle to do so. They're going to push it back to the goalkeeper, Almuller, just to try to reset and maintain possession. Deep kick now by Almuller all the way down this length of the field. There's a Newman player, but it's just too much for him to try to run that down. Out of bounds, UCCS will throw it in. Regional contest for these two teams, UCCS out of the RMAC. Newman, a permanent member of the MIAA, but MIAA and Great American Conference, combined conferences for men's soccer. And ball's thrown back in. Trying to move it down the field for UCCS along that far sideline. They're going to have to get it back in centered. Lots of activity on that end line. It goes out of bounds, and it will be a free kick for the goalie, Almuller. 2-1 lead now for the Mountain Lions. Going over to the west side of the field, far side from where our cameras are located. Back over to Almuller, who will use his leg to kick it down. Wind is in his favor. Wind is not real strong, but it is picking up going from north to south. First wind that we've really seen, as you might be able to hear on our microphones. 28 minutes left to go as Newman throws it back in. Trying to maintain possession as on that throw in. UCCS doing their best to disrupt, but Newman able to slowly make it down the field, able to keep possession of that ball, and they're going to go all the way down to the near side where we have Mills. Mills trying to get it out ahead to Mendez. Can't quite do so. And it'll be a free kick for Kokoska for the Mountain Lions. As that ball goes outside to one part of the fence that isn't locked. You can see Kokoska now coming in on the edge of the screen right there. Getting ready to put this ball back into play. Mountain Lions up 2-1 against the Newman Jets. Deep kick against this light breeze. Newman will get the initial control, and they'll control it on the second and third bounce as well. On the far side for Newman, they've got about a 2-on-2 as Mountain Lions try to get back into position, and it looks like it'll be a out of bounds on that far side. As Mountain Lions get a fresh set of legs coming in here with 26 and change to go. Throwing it in now for UCCS as they try to move it down the field, going from left to the right in the second half. And Newman doing the best to disrupt it and take possession, send it back to the keeper to reset and resettle. Calm everyone. Newman does a very good job of maintaining control when they really want to. They can be really deliberate. And that might have been the first opportunity. That area right there seems to be a place where a lot of standing water. We've seen a lot of water come up when players are running, when they're sliding, when they're stopping. I wonder if that was a situation where that happened where Newman's just couldn't make that turn, and in the process the ball went out of bounds. Baldwin on the near side now for the Mountain Lions, trying to get it back center, gets it over into the center, but Newman there to break it up. Good duck by the referee not to impact the play, and UCCS able to collect. That's over to Schwenke. Schwenke back into the center, headed up by the Mountain Lions. High ball is going to be controlled. We're going to see who controls it. UCCS doing their best, and a foul called in the process. So Newman will maintain possession, coming back, going back downfield to the south. And ball is put back into play quickly. And long ball down the length of the field is going to be outside the Newman's reach. And Kokowska there to collect it for UCCS. Hasn't picked up the ball yet, but it looks like it's going to be Diaz who's going to back up a little bit until he forces Kokowska to pick up that ball. 25 minutes left to go in this game. 5 more minutes for it to be an official game. We haven't seen nearly the lightning that we did in the first half before they ended up calling it. So I think we're in good shape, hopefully, knock on wood, to get this full game completed. Down the field from Kokowska. Headed around, initially controlled by UCCS on that second bounce, but Newman doing their best. Looks like they're able to disrupt. We're going to see Newman, they can't maintain. UCCS picks it back up and it bounces off. Athlete stays in bounds, not anymore. UCCS throwing in front of the Newman bench. Quick throw in for UCCS, try to take advantage. And Newman able to break it up, and their defense able to clear it. Goes back off onto the far sideline, headed by the Mountain Lions once again. And they kick it deep downfield to, doesn't look like anyone in particular. Al Mueller picks it back up with a couple yards left before it went out of bounds. Gives himself the flexibility to bring it down a little bit and reset the Newman offense. And once again, we see McGuire. He has been doing that this entire game, really trying to get up there, force the keeper to make a decision rather than just handle the ball. McGuire with that first goal in the first half as that ball lands into one of the pine trees. Newman quick to inbound it back. Once again, doing a good job, really a good opportunity for the Jets. Right outside the box right now as we see Mansion, and now a kick in, punched out by Kukoska. But it's still Newman with control. They're going to be able to have the ability to keep this going. Over on that far sideline, it'll go out of bounds. And Kukoska able to get the free kick out of this opportunity. Good punch out by him on that kick from Mills. Probably would not have gone in, but it would have been an opportunity for someone from Newman to jump in as long as they were onside to punch that in and potentially even the score up at 2-2. But right now, UCCS up 2-1, moving down the field quickly. As Rainier moving it up, broken up by Newman. So we see DeSabato with the ball going on the far side. Newman quickly moving it down the field once again. They've got options. We'll see if they can capitalize on them. Not quite connect on there, and they're going to lose the ball. And it's going to go back over to Sussex for UCCS. Mountain Lions trying to be aggressive, moving down the field a little bit, but lose control. Newman picks it back up with 22 left to go in this game. Over to the near side now for the Jets. They get it back in the center field, but they can't quite connect. There's Sertucci to collect it for UCCS. A little bit of a jersey grab, nothing to impede. Play continues. Opportunity now for here's Ranieri into the middle. It's broken up by Almueller. And stops out little flurry from the Mountain Lions. Trying to add insurance goal here. And while Newman trying to tie it up at 2. A little bit too much on that for Almieri. That's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throwing opportunity, though, for UCCS, just a few yards away from going out of the end line. As you can see there on the clock, 21 and change left to go. That ball again made it almost all the way back to Stanton Road. And a throwing opportunity for the Mountain Lions. Schwenke to throw it in. Newman pressuring right here. They're going to try to take this opportunity. They might be able to control it. There's Thompson with the ball. I'm sorry, Mendez with the ball. And trying to get on that far side. Mendez trying to center back in, headed out by the Mountain Lions, headed into control by UCCS, but that third touch and unable to control. There's Mendez for Newman. Baldwin tries to break it up. I don't think is able to keep it in. It will be a goalie kick, or I'm sorry, a corner kick. First corner kick of the game for the Newman Jets. Here with 20 minutes left to go. Down by 1, Newman trying to tie this up, and it looks like it's going to be Mendez who scored the first goal, coming in for this corner kick. We see there on the screen, everybody basically right along that goal line. Ball is in. Trying to get it in, goes off the head of a UCCS Mountain Lion, and that will be another corner kick. I believe that went off to face, of Viminkov. On the far corner kick now, second one of the game. Manchin with the opportunity for the Jets. Ball is in. A little bit of a curve headed out by the Mountain Lions. Second ball is still loose on the ground. Newman clicks it up. They're still within the box. Kick for the Mountain Lions. That's blocked by Baldwin. I think Newman is trying to argue that was in. It was close, but I don't think Baldwin was inside the goal. They're going to try to argue it. We're going to see if that farce ref agrees. And a red card issued for Baldwin. So I didn't see that part of it, but I did see that Baldwin was right against that goal line. Would have been a goal if Baldwin was not there. So red card, now down a man now for UCCS. And also see, looks like nothing too bad, but just keep an eye. A little bit of chatter. So we've got 19-16 left to go in this game. 2-1 lead for UCCS. But now a penalty kick opportunity coming up for Duarte Mendez, who had the first goal of the game for the Mountain Lions. Second penalty kick of the game. First one was from UCCS. Nick Grotley was able to convert on that one. So the opportunity now for the equalizer, and Newman will have a man advantage for the rest of this game. 19-16, so we're at an official game in case weather was to turn suddenly south. Doesn't look like that's going to happen here. And Newman definitely wants to make sure to get this kick in beforehand. Kick is in, and that's a good penalty kick. We're tied at 2 apiece. Both goals now from Duarte Mendez. And it's 2-2 here at Mountain Lion Stadium. 19-15 left to go in this game. And now Newman with a 1 athlete advantage for the final 19 minutes. So we weren't able to see what caused that call by Baldwin to get that red card, but obviously clearly a foul that would have obviously had gone in had Baldwin had not been there. But no matter what, tied at 2. Fresh legs coming in for UCCS. Looks like that is going to be Garrett DeLong for UCCS. Back into play now, 19-14 left to go in this game. Tied at 2 between UCCS and Newman here at Mount Lion Stadium. Newman being really aggressive here on defense. They really want to get this lead again. As both teams battling on that far sideline. UCCS with the advantage, with the controlling it right now and trying to get it down the field. They might be able to do so. Allmuller trying to come up, and he's able to get it at least out. Wasn't able to control it. And it looks like another play from this angle that it was within the box. Obviously, a lot of excitement from the UCCS bench after that call. We're going to see what happens. 18:46 left to go in this game. Game is stopped once again. We're tied at 2. So another penalty kick opportunity. I think the second, I believe, in roughly 30 seconds. So as you see the scoreboard there, 18:46 left to go in this game. 2-2 apiece, UCCS and Newman. Both teams scored once in the first half. They've scored once each in the second half. UCCS trying to regain the lead that they got on a penalty kick at the beginning of this half. Kick is in, and kick is good. So Mount Lion stick to 3-2 lead after the goal by Luca Cerci. And it's a 3-2 lead for Mount Lions. 18:45 left to go in this ball game. All of that started when Allmuller came out a little bit. It looked like a ref saw it was a little bit too aggressive and called that penalty kick, which then set up right now the game-leading penalty kick from Cerci. Ball's back into play. 3-2 lead now for the Mount Lions. Here we are at official game length if we need to pause it again for whatever reason. Ball is up high and is headed in by Newman, but can't quite get it any further. Kukoska picks it back up. Flare for the dramatic there as they will reset for the Mount Lions to get this back down the field. Just over 18 minutes left to go in this game. Deep kick now for the Mount Lions down the field. And controlled by Newman on the landing. Hard tackle by UCCS, and I agree, it looks like that would be a card for the Mount Lions. And that will be a quick card for UCCS after that hard slide tackle. $17:53 now left to go. That card against Liam McGuire for UCCS. Once again, Newman with a one-person advantage. 17:53 left to go, down by 1. We have the free kick at midfield, put in the play. Most of their players right at the 18-yard line. Newman able to control it. That's a high kick. No one in the way to get it. And Newman, another slide tackle. They're going to let that play on. Sirsak getting it into the center of the field. Newman can be able to control it on the bounce. Jets taking their time, resetting a little bit here. 17.5 left to go in this ball game. Long to the far sideline. And once again, UCCS able to clear, bouncing off the top of the press box. Newman throw in from just about that midfield line. Ball is in, headed out by UCCS, controlled on the second bounce. We're going to see who controls it. Might be UCCS. It's all along that far sideline. But it's going to be Newman that cleans up with it. Mount Lions taking care of a 3-2 lead, but down a person. As that ball is sent in deep, but only one down there is Johnson for Newman. Newman over to the far side now to Mills. Back over to Johnson. Deep kick now from Johnson to the top of the box, headed out by UCCS. No one there except for Kokoska to collect it. 16 minutes left to go. As Kokoska looks like he's going to want to send it down. Deep kick from him, controlled by the Jets. Second bounce, though, controlled by Sersik. As Mountain Lions definitely working to at least maintain possession here as long as they can with that 1-goal lead. As they send it down the field. Along that far sideline for the Mountain Lions as they try to keep it and working it a little bit closer to center. And we'll reset a little bit while Newman will give them space to work. Now they will move it closer in. Blocked out by Almueller, but it'll be a corner kick opportunity now for the Mountain Lions with 15 to go. Sarashik with the corner kick opportunity on the far side. Corner kick number 3 for the Mountain Lions here tonight. 15 left to go. Mountain Lions not with a whole lot of players in the box. As you can see, plenty of Newman. Only 3 for UCCS. Plenty of players in the background as it looks like that shot by Hooker wide right and high caught on the netting. And it'll be a free kick for the goalie. Now Mueller right there, the sophomore from Austria, puts it on the play, gets it over to Johnson for the Jets. You can see there, Mills getting it down the field, headed away by UCCS. Back down the field to Newman, but no one really there to get it. They won't be able to capitalize on it. And a free kick now for Kokoska. 14 to play. As we see Kokoska there, putting the ball on the play, deep ball down the field. Initial contact by the Jets. Second touch controlled by UCCS, but not quite. It looks like Newman will keep possession of it. They will send it back down the field to no one, though. And just on the edge of the box, Kokoska there to pick it up. Is there Mendez there to apply pressure? Similar to McGuire for UCCS. Kokoska rolls it in for UCCS, and a deep kick there from Dulong to get it down to the field. Unfortunately, a little bit of back and forth here from each team. Long ball seems to go to the goalie for each team for the last few possessions. Newman looks like they're going to try to get something there. Not quite as long as usual. It's headed out and now kicked out by the Mountain Lions. And a Newman player down on the field in the process. UCCS trying to take advantage of that hard contact there. We'll stop the clock. It looks like more so off of the injury. As we'll work to see exactly who that is on the ground. 12:39 left to go in this game. Looks like either a cramp or something. $12:39 left to go in this ball game. As you can see the score right now, UCCS 3, Newman 2. As looks like we're going to either try to get leg stretch. Teams are going to take a little bit of advantage to get a little bit of water in the process. First game as a head coach for Mount Lions, Lewis Wilcox. Spent 2 years as a head coach at Briarcliff NAIA school in the Midwest. Was on the coaching staff for UCCS for the last couple of years. Interim head coach for this year, as it looks like all is well. As we got our first look at Cole Thompson coming onto the sideline. Definitely something with that left leg that is making it awfully uncomfortable for him. So best of luck to him, as hopefully we get to see him. He's had a very good game for the Jets so far today. Also sub in for UCCS with the C coming in as refs bring the players back on. So reset, 12:39 left to go in this ball game. UCCS 3-2 lead. Last 3 goals combined, 2 from UCCS, 1 from Newman, coming off of penalty kicks. After these teams were tied at halftime, we lost 8 seconds at the end of the first half due to a lightning delay. Teams opted to just start at 45 minutes to start the second half after about a 45-minute delay. Now here we are here. It's been dry, at least precipitation-wise, but there's still a lot of water on this field, and about right where that ball is right now is one of the more soggier spots, for lack of better terms. UCCS will have the free kick opportunity here. They're down a man after a red card against Adam Baldwin. Good block there by Almuller to save it. And Newman coming back down the field. Good work by UCCS to try to break that up. Newman, though, able to maintain possession and bring the ball down the field. Jets doing a good job. A little bit of urgency here with about 12 minutes left to go, down by 1. Good opportunity by the Jets, able to keep it in, but unfortunately it goes to a UCCS student athlete, and UCS bringing the ball back down the field. They can't quite maintain possession. They might be able to. Still a little bit of loose ball. It's going to be cleaned up by Kukoska for UCCS. As we see Manchin try to put pressure, and Kukoska forced to pick it up. Just under 12 minutes left to go in this game. As we can see, Manchin right there keeping pressure on. McGuire was in that same position earlier in this game and was able to deflect the ball off his face. And that ball goes all the way up to Almuller, and Newman able to collect and bring it back down the field. And it looks like we're going to have a foul called against UCCS right at midfield. Newman doesn't waste any time. They're going to get it down the field as quickly as they can. Mills for the Jets gets the ball deep downfield. He has 2 options down there, but headed away by the Mount Lions. And quickly moving it down the field, that looks like that is Rannanen. He takes it basically the entire length of the field and is finally knocked away by the Jets. Corner kick opportunity right now coming up for UCCS with just over 10 minutes left to go. Last time we saw this corner kick, only a couple, I think literally just 3 players from Mount Lions in the box. Everyone else, as we can see right now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players all along the midfield line. Newman has 2 right at that midfield line, but otherwise all the rest of their players are within that box to protect the goal. UCCS with a 3-2 lead, as we see Searcy getting ready to take this corner kick. Ball is put into play, and it's a little bit too much. I'll go to the length of the other sideline. Mount Lions able to keep it from going out of bounds as we hit the 10-minute mark here in the second half. 80 minutes down, 10 minutes left to go, as there's activity in that northeast corner, and Newman able to collect it, and they come back out with that. UCCS trying to keep the Jets from running down the field, but can't quite do so. But now they're able to, and that's where you see Ranieri once again taking the ball, taking that possession. We saw in the first half. He'll take lengths of the field. Kick by him. It's a little bit high. Saved by Almieri. Not sure if that's going to go in or not, but a good grab from him to get Newman in possession. Out of bounds, Newman will throw it back in with 9.5 left to go in this game. Quick opportunity now for Newman as they bring it back down. One-on-one opportunity. UCCS trying their best, and we got a foul called against the Mount Lions. So that'll give, with about 28 yards from the goal, 10 yards outside the box for Newman. So once again, the benefit of having the football hash marks, we can clearly see where the 10 yards is. And I believe it is right 10 yards. I believe it is just 10 yards right off of the box. So that makes it easy for the ref to indicate exactly where he wants the UCCS Mount Lions to station at. Direct kick saved by Kukoska. 8.5 left to go in this ball game. UCCS up by 1 and 3-2 in the season opener for both teams here at Mount Lions Stadium. Kukoska, deep kick down the field. Mount Lions down by 1 on the field after the red card. And Newman able to steal it away from Mount Lions. 8:14 left to go in this game. As we see right there, Profit bringing the ball, goes cross field. Again, that's one of the soggier spaces where we've seen most of the water kick up, if we see any water kick up still, after the drainage. And there we see Johnson. Johnson going to the far side for the Jets. Kicks it back in, taps it in, but UCCS clears it deep. Back to midfield. Newman there to collect it. 7:42 left to go in this ball game. Out of bounds. Not out of bounds. Now it's out of bounds in favor of UCCS. Ball back into play here in Mount Lions Stadium. Jets able to collect it. Johnson back over the near side to Mills. Mills has an option on his left. If he chooses to take it, he's going to stop, go back onto the center, I believe, that is Profit. Profit now over to the far side for the Jets. Just over 7 to play. Into the box, cleared out by the Mount Lions. Onto the sideline, throw an opportunity for Newman. Just over 20 yards away from the end line. Quick throw in now for the Jets. Right at the end line, they're going to try to get it back in the center. Center now, and it goes a little bit wide outside on the end line. 6:46 left to go in this ball game. Kukoska now for the Mount Lions, trying to put this ball back into place. Able to burn almost half a second in this process as the ball, half a minute as this ball goes down deep out of bounds. Newman will have the opportunity to throw it back in just past the half midfield line. Quickly getting it back in as we see DiZabato getting it over to the right side. On the ground, but a long pass over into the far sideline. Newman will center back down, go back over to the near side, over to Mills. Mills with the opportunity. Deep ball goes in the center. He has some options cleared out now by UCCS. Jets able to collect it. Deep kick, and that's going to go through. That's going to go wide and high and right. Deep kick from probably about 40 yards. Yeah, as Mount Lions are going to take an opportunity to kill a little bit of clock before the 5-minute mark. So we're at 5:22 left to go in this ball game. 3-2 lead for UCCS. Newman with the man advantage. Kukoska about to kick it back in. Deep kick for him. Initially controlled by Mount Lions, but Jets there to collect it off the rebound. UCCS doing a good job. Looks like they're going to be able to control, not quite control, but definitely keeping the pressure up by the Jets. On the far sideline, still in bounds. UCCS able to bring it down that far sideline. They're going to try to bring it back to center, it looks like. They're just going to shoot it straight from there. Saved by Almiri. 4:43 left to go in this ball game. Almiri with a deep kick down the field. Initial control by UCCS, and they're going to control the second touch as well. get it all the way to Kokoska, who either that was intentional or not, but Mountain Lions able to keep it clear and keep possession. Going back up to the side, that is Siri. And looks like an offsides called against the Mountain Lions. I haven't seen a whole lot of those in this game. That might actually be our first one. Just over 4 minutes left to go in this game. Newman down by 1, trying to get the equalizer here in Colorado Springs. On the far sideline for the Jets as they cross the midfield line. Strong ball broken up by the Mountain Lions in the process. They bring it back down the field, trying to kill a little bit of time and preserve this 1-goal lead. Back across the midfield line. And still maintaining possession. Again, going the whole length of the field. Slide tackle there. No call is made, but it'll be a corner kick opportunity for the Mountain Lions with 3:33 left to go in this ball game. We'll see if it's the same person. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of a different corner kicker. Camille Komanoff. Again, ball went out of bounds about 3:35. They're going to take the time for the Mountain Lions to use up as much time as possible. Again, about another half minute here. It looks like it's going to be even more. As ball is tapped into play. Newman able to steal away from the Mountain Lions. UCCS there to try to maintain possession. Newman trying to keep it going. Just under 3 minutes left to go in this ball game. Newman has a final few pushes left to try to tie up this ball game. 2:42 left to go. As you see, DeSabato over to the far side for the Jets. 2.5 left to go in this ball game. Back across the Mountain Lion logo at center field. UCCS tried to break it up, unable to do so. Jets able to keep possession. 2:22 left to go as that ball is centered into the box. Cleared out by UCCS. Second touch on the rebound, though, controlled by Profit for the Jets. 2:11 left to go for Newman as they try to reset out at midfield. Profit kicks the ball over to the right side. I think tried to sell it, wasn't able to. Play will continue. Mountain Lion, I don't know if that was because by the field or not, but I don't think that's quite the kick they wanted to do so. They clear it. Newman able to get it back in. Mills on the near side for Jets. Over to Johnson. 1:45 left to go in this ball game. Johnson centers it. Cleared out by UCCS. Rebound. Looked like that was going to be controlled by Newman, but I think it's going to go out of bounds. It stays in bounds. UCCS able to control it. Kicked out of bounds by the Jets, and we're going to have a stoppage. .131 left to go in this game. Yellow card, I believe that's going to go against DeSabato. .131 left to go in this ball game. It'll be a throw-in opportunity, I believe, for UCCS, unless the card. Yep, it will be a throw-in opportunity. Ball is in. Ball is kicked around. First touch by Newman. Second touch by UCCS. But Newman able to move it down the field. 1:24 left to go in this game. Out of bounds in favor of the Jets. Trying to collect the ball. They're able to get it in. Ball is back in play with 1:15 left to go. Jets, one, maybe two more opportunities to get this ball into the net. Mountain Lions able to really clear that out. That is Sirsick. And Jets able to control it. 1 minute left to go in this ball game for Newman as they try to equalize this goal. Mountain Lions on the verge of trying to win their season opener and home opener here at Mountain Lion Stadium. Ball's down. No one's down there for Newman. Kokoska, they're the blocker. He's going to try to kill some time as Manchin comes up to try to force him to pick it up. 40 seconds left to go. 3-2 game now for Mountain Lions. Kokoska will send it deep. Initial header by Newman. Second touch by UCCS. Third touch on the rebound from the Jets. 20 seconds left to go, and this is the final opportunity as here we come with Diaz. Diaz into the center. It's kicked out by UCCS. 15 seconds left to go. As quickly they will get it back in. Corner kick opportunity now for the Jets. 8 seconds left to go in this ball game. Ball is back into play. It's kicked around. It's cleared out by Mountain Lions. Out of bounds once again. 1 second, and that'll be the end of the ball game. UCCS picking up the 3-2 victory in the season opener here at home. And that will be the final score. Look, a little bit of interesting finish here in the field, but that is the final score. UCCS 3, Newman 2. As Mount Lions pick up their season opener and the first win for head coach Lewis Wilcox. And to start off his Mount Lion career, UCCS will be back here at home on Sunday, taking on MSU Billings at 2:30. While Newman University, they will be on the road down in Pueblos, taking on the Thunderwolves. That game is on Sunday at 3 o'clock. Your final score here from Mount Lion Stadium, UCCS 3, Newman 2. On behalf of our entire crew, I want to say thank you to everyone behind the scenes, especially during this longer night than we anticipated. A lot of these people were here yesterday for the women's game that ultimately got postponed to this morning. Thank you all for your great work. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in and dealing with the technical difficulties. Thank you all so much. We're going to see you later. Signing out here from Mount Lion Stadium. Thank you so much for joining us.